The lights are out. The street for Grand Prix and to the fourth round of season 12 Marina Bay Street Circuit. Fourth round. We are ready with dominating the standings. P2 in Australia, P1 in Monza, and in Bahrain he's already on 69 points in the standings. And yeah, Nemesis and Felix with 48 and 36 points in P2 and P3, but Cat Racer with 69, nice. So already pulling quite a gap, already showing his excellent pace. But the constructors is still quite open, because Mercedes and Aston Martin are only 5 points apart between each other. Because Kart Racer's teammate Jeremy hasn't been scoring a lot of points, just with 10, so that leaves Aston Martin in second with 79 points and Mercedes being consistent with points with 84. So Singapore, what should I say about this track? It is a street track, obviously, and it is the longest track in the calendar in terms of time, not in terms of race distance, because it has 31 laps. So the thing is, lap time is quite high, and doing it for 31 times in a race, it's not exactly short. And also considering safety cars, which are very likely in general in league racing, as Tyler trying to do his first lap but has already a major slide. So safety cars are very likely in league racing in general, and even more in Singapore, being a street track. So I don't know if Tyler is pushing, but it looks like it, even with the big slider. Behind him is Jeremy and Pinky, reserving from Division 2. There is also Foltz and Kevin. No, Kevin is a main driver in both. Jeremy and Foltz, the reserve from Division 2. Okay, so Tyler just broke his front wing out of nowhere. Okay, so never mind, we won't watch him. The Alpha Tauri passing him is Immortal, not on an outlap. There is Jeremy in the Aston Martin, and there is the Williams of Pinky right ahead of him, hoping they don't impede each other. So no one has crossed the finish line yet. There is a Ferrari though, I don't know who it is. It's Foltz, but he's on an outlap. Then the Alpha Tauri is Immortal, Alfa Romeo is Tyler, Alpine of Kevin on the outlap. Okay, so going back to Pinky. So Pinky will be the first one to complete the qualifying lap in this session. As he approaches right now the final corners, and let's see what will his lap time be. Now on to the last corners, and it is a 1:30.4 that gets immediately overtaken by over a second with Jeremy with 29.4, almost exactly a second. Jonathan with a 31.6, and Felix already sets provisional pole position, 28.3, and Phantom in 29.1. Aiden, a new driver coming from GFRL, a league you might know. He joined Leroy today. This is his debut race in F1 Total, and already 28.8. It is still 5/10 from Felix, but something in McLaren 29.0. So who other is left? Foltz, yeah, is pushing, approaching the end of the... No, is he pushing? I don't understand. Okay, no, he's not. He's letting the Alpha Tauri through. Alpha Tauri is... where is it? It's Immortal, okay. So Immortal onto the last straight before the next few corners. Taking quite some curve there. Very close to the wall, and that's the optimal line you have to take at this track in Singapore. And that's the beauty of it. You just have to be constantly on the limit, close to the walls. Immortal sets at 29.6, is in P7 for now. The Alpine behind him is Finlay, yes, but he's starting right now. So onto the right-hander, the AlphaTauri goes out of the way, taking a lot of the inside curve, but then very close to the wall on the outside, onto the DRS, finishing sector 1. His sector time will be 26.8. He goes purple actually, although we have no certainty that that purple is indeed true. We all know the game. Going all the way into second, he wants to have a lot of rotation. And okay, now approaching where the sling chicane used to be, but they reworked it quite a lot of years ago. In the meanwhile, Kartracer, the championship leader, is 28.9, so 16th behind. Oh, Finlay has quite of a slide after the hairpin. Kartracer, so 6 tenths behind Felix. He's in P3 for now, and he goes into the pits. Finlay sets even second sector purple, but we'll see in just a few seconds if his time will be worthy of actually a purple overall. And in the meanwhile, Kevin, his teammate, is in 8th position with 30.1. So what is he gonna do? It's 28.7. He's in P2 actually. Okay, so very good lap, I have to say. So the one without, there is Paco. Yeah, Paco is pushing. Paco being the only race winner apart from Kartracer. But he's on intermediates. What? Why is he on Inters? Okay. We won't doubt the Red Bull strategy, I guess. Okay, now I want to see what time he's gonna set onto the Inters. I'm very close to it. He almost risks crashing. So yeah, obviously it's very slow, 34.6. Maybe he wants to save a set of softs, I guess, but this is not full qualifying. So anyway. The drivers with no lap right now are Foltz on an out lap, Nemesis into the pit lane, Nander pushing right now, he started pretty much now, and Tyler on the out lap. We'll watch Nander after the first few corners. Now onto the first DRS straight, and quite a lot of cars ahead of him. The Alfa Romeo getting out of the way, and so will the Red Bull in a moment, and there we go. Finishes at 26.9, and again it is purple, but we'll see in a minute. I'll enable the telemetry just to see the gears put, because the thing about Singapore, it is a very much stop and go like track. There are a lot of corners where you just need to get the most traction, very low speed corners, and there is a lot of them, and this is pretty much the track. Just he goes into second gear to just gain as much rotation as possible because it is needed. That's the thing about Singapore. It's just low speed corners and DRS with straight. Kurabold has joined. Kurabold being a driver for I don't remember what team, but let me check real quick. So he will be Pinky's teammate. Pinky is reserving for Nandro. In the meanwhile, Nandro sets P9 for now. So let's watch Tyler. Tyler is the only one without a lap pushing now, but he's about to finish. Onto the last corners, and 30.3, so he might have made some mistake of some sort. But anyway, there's 8 minutes left, he'll have all the time in the world to retry. So, Foltz, Nemesis with no lap, and Kurabold having joined pretty much just now. Who's gonna push lap? Jeremy, I think he is. Yeah, he's definitely he is. And with his teammate right ahead of him, who is not pushing, so... What is he doing? Is he giving slipstream? I mean, that looked very suspicious because it was right on the racing line. I think he was giving slipstream, but there was an unusual spot to do that. But Jeremy will finish improving by 5 tenths, 28.9, behind his teammate. Paco retired. Has he crashed? No, I think he is in the pit lane. Yeah, he is in the pit lane. I'm guessing he just wants to do last to first. Anyway. So with the other Aston Martin kart racer with quite a slider out of turn 3 and onto the rest. Okay, yeah, now they're definitely doing slipstream. This is gonna be very useful for kart racer. He's gonna want to improve for 6/10 if he wants to challenge Felix, but he's only improving by 1/10 for now. So maybe the slipstream wasn't so much effective, but kart racer is sliding a lot out of these low corners, and that's gonna impact his times. Now approaching what I think this is like the hardest section of the circuit for me, because it's a lot of corners right next to each other, and you need a lot of rotation and a lot of traction. Well, kart racer improves by 2/10, so not enough to challenge Felix. Maybe we'll challenge Aiden. In the middle, Immortal with that 28.9, improving by 7/10.5. That's massive. So unless he is very good, he might have made some mistake earlier. But anyway, we'll see. Kart racer, is he gonna improve by more than 2/10? We'll see in just a bit. 3/10.5 is in P2 indeed, 28.5. 2/10 from Felix. So Felix is looking very strong. He pretty much calls himself a Singapore merchant. We'll see if Felix will be able to challenge for the win and to stop the streak. It is a quite small streak right now, only in 2 wins, but it is still it will still be very useful. Even if Felix wins and kart racer is in P2, it's still useful points for the championship, even if Nemesis is ahead of Felix right now, but it is quite early, just the 4th round. Things still have to settle in. The Mercedes pushing is Nemesis. Never mind, he's beating. DS Love in the Red Bull with 4/10.5 of improvements. No, wait, what? He's down on 3 seconds. I don't know. It was weird because the improvement was showing. Oh, Finlay pole position, just 2/10 above Felix. 3.75 against 3.77. Oh, that's impressive, I have to say. Beating Felix at his best track, that's not something you see very often. They are also both on the same esports team, Team X. 4 minutes left, so I think Felix is gonna want to come out and try again. Just 3,000s. 3,000s is all he needs to get pole position and go to what I expect to be a very good race from him, as always. Kevin in the Alpine. Now out of the Alpine. All the way down to 1st gear, but well, he has full traction control, so he can use as many low gears as he wants. Improves by 2,000s, so okay, if he improves by only not 2,000, 2/10, sorry. If he improves by only 2/10, he will not be able to challenge an under for P11. The other Alpine behind him is Finlay, and then there is the Alfa Romeo of Tyler. Now Kevin will improve by exactly 3/10, but it's still not enough. Tyler will start right now. 3.3. It's not a. You don't usually see Tyler this below the grid, so I think he made some mistake as well, which is definitely going to improve right now. Okay, very good usage of the curb and very good traction for the first corners. Now the right-hander just before the DRS. This improvement in just a little bit, which is gonna be 2/10. Okay, that's good, but only for P13, so he needs to find even more time. It says purple sector 1, but yeah, maybe it's subjective to the 2 guys ahead of him. Now approaching the X Sling chicane. what used to be the Sling in the past. All the way to second, and then into third, fourth, fifth, sorry, and now Andre hairpin, 2 second gear, DRS once again. He's approaching sector 2 right now, the end of sector 2, and 5/10.5. Okay, that's a very good improvement, and maybe if he improves even more, he can go to P11 or maybe even P10 if he finds even more lap. All of the guys ahead are all on the out laps, just 1 minute and 30 seconds to try and do their best laps possible. And Tyler improves by 8 tenths, he goes up to P10, but Immortal gets a 5 place grid penalty for blocking. I don't know exactly what happens there, but I don't know how the game even detected. Okay, there is a big train behind the Immortal, so maybe the game detected something. The Mercedes behind is okay, it's not Felix, it's Nemesis. So maybe he blocked Nemesis on the out lap as well, so that's why it's strange. Anyway, Felix, what used to be the pole sitter a few minutes ago, is now gonna go and challenge Finlay. And improves by only 41 thousandths. And now it is purple sector 1, and now we can confidently say with him being P2, that's definitely the actual purple sector 1. As we watch this beautiful sky view, and that they remove immediately because the game just can do some good camera work. Okay, never mind, this view is good. Out of the hairpin. Very close to the wall as always, as you can see, and now tractioning out of the hairpin on the DRS. He's down by 6 tenths, he's not improving, so he needs to use the sector 3 as much as possible if he wants that pole position. Is he gonna do it? He just needs 2 thousandths, just the smallest of improvements to have a clear grid ahead of him. Is he gonna do it? The second to last corner, and the last corner right now, and he proves 28.315. He's on pole position for now. But Finlay, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna challenge him? And with the Williams ahead of him, it might be some blocking. That Williams being curable. Pinky is finishing the lap right now, and he goes to P12. I don't know if Curable is impeding Finlay or not, but they touch! They counted in the middle of the lap. That's Finlay's lap ruined. He will not take full position. And the game decides to not give penalty. Oh, Cat Racer, 28.1 immediately. 2 tenths from Felix, out of nowhere. In the meanwhile, Finlay just keeps hitting the Williams, but Cat Racer, he's hungry for that pole position, and he gets it. He wants to be the best he can be. He already showed that last season, winning the championship, and he's on the charge to win the championship again. But qualifying is qualifying, and the race is the race. But Cat Racer has indeed the grid clear ahead of him. The only one on a push lap is John. Never mind, he's invalidated. There we go, this is the grid, and Folds with no lap time. But he didn't retire, so I think he's doing. Maybe he invalidated all of his laps, or he just wants to do a last to first. But anyway, Cat Racer officially gets pole position for the Singapore Grand Prix. 2 tenths from Felix. He's hungry for everything. He does not want to leave anything for his rivals. And that's how a proper F1 driver should be. Well, we're not talking about real F1, this is only league racing, but the racing is the same. The spirit is still there, and that's why we love doing it. Cat Racer will be starting ahead of everyone with Felix, the championship rival from last season, right behind of him. Will we see some carnage on lap 1? We'll just have to wait and see. So, Cat Racer on pole position with Felix right behind him. Philae in P3 and Jeremy in P4. Aiden in P5 on his debut, that's good. Nemesis in P6 and something in P7. Immortal gets P8, but with a contact he gets a 5 position penalty. So he will drop down to P13. So effectively, Nander is in P8 and Phantom in P9, Tyler in P10, Pinky in P11, DS Love in P12 and Immortal in P13, Kevin in P14, Jonathan P15, Kurbol P16, Paco with a lap on interest in P17, and Foltz with no lap time in P18. 18 drivers for today's race, and at a street track that has a very good chance of safety car. In real life F1, Singapore has a 100% chance of 100% rate of safety cars, and I think I can confidently say that with league racing is even more likely, because yeah, that's just how it is. But anyway, it was an exciting qualifying, and I think the race will be even more exciting. Strategy will very likely be medium hards, and the drivers are selecting them right now. But what you need to do to win at a track like this, a track like Singapore, is just staying consistent, staying out of trouble, staying out of the walls, out of the track limits, out of everything. Maybe just don't try a move into every corner and you'll get some good results. And Kevin has shown that multiple times. Not the greatest in qualifying, but he has crazy racecraft and consistency, and that's giving him wins sometimes, but overall very good position. We'll see if he will do that even in here. So just a few seconds left, and we'll see how the drivers will handle the very punishing walls of Singapore. And there we go, Singapore Grand Prix and kart race are already with a very good start, and Felix will not try to move, going side by side with File in the Alpine, and Jeremy right behind him, and everyone keeps it clean through turn 1 and 2, now onto turn 3. Kart racer already with 8 tenths from Felix. And we're looking at the onboard of Phantom right now. There is quite some train. Okay, Aiden already doing moves on Nemesis. They're going 3 wide into turn 6, I think, and Nemesis is going a little bit off the track. Oh, and they touch! There is contact. Tyler has been spun by Nemesis. Oh, and that's unfortunate to see that the Williams and the Ferrari going side by side, almost into the wall, but they keep it clean. What's happening at front? Is Felix staying close to Kart Racer? He is for now at the hairpin, but we'll see how the race goes. And Fide also staying very close as always. There's yellow flags. There is a Ferrari of Foltz spinning. I don't think he has wing damage, but he already lost quite some time. But there is this big train, a train that will be a DRS train, but Nemesis will be out of it. He has 1 second and 3 tenths from Phantom ahead of him. So the first lap is done, and we already saw Tyler and Foltz not having the best of starts, but the race is still long. It's just 30 more laps. I don't think Felix will attempt a move. He just has to wait for the DRS, and then he can go definitely for the move. Or maybe he's going just now. He's going DRS, but he gets blocked by Kart Racer. Kart Racer is already defending at the end of sector 1. And they are already pulling quite a gap from Finlay behind. And let me see the tire real quick. Okay, so half of the grid is on mediums, the other half is on hards. Tyler, the only one on softs. But anyway, Felix is on the mediums, the faster tire compound, so he's gonna have to try and overtake Kart Racer as soon as possible, because he needs to use the fresher compound. He's staying very close. He's not giving up the position. He's not giving up the fight. He wants to take him. He needs to gain as many points as possible. There is already quite some train from Nemesis and Aiden. 2 seconds already. So Nemesis recovered quite quickly. So we got a group from P1 to P7, and then from P8 to P14, and then the other guys behind. And we're into the third lap. DRS will be available right now, and Felix is definitely gonna use it right now at the straight after turn 4. I don't know, I haven't actually opened the track map, but by counting it should be turn 4, this one. Anyway, no, he's not using DRS actually, or is he? I don't know. Okay, easy, never mind. He's using it, they go side by side into the corner, and Felix takes the lead, but Kart Racer is already attacking him instantly. Okay, they're fighting, then going side by side again. Felix stays ahead for now, but they're very close to each other, just 1/10 apart. Now, oh wait, there's virtual safety car. Race has been neutralized. Oh, the slow retired. He crashed. I completely missed that. What happened? Where is he? Where is his car? I don't know. We don't see his car anymore, and he already left the session. So Felix heads over to Kart Racer before the virtual safety car. Kurbo gets 5-second penalty for there's a Red Bull going off. What? Dietzlav? Oh, maybe Dietzlav retired on track. Okay, so maybe that's what happened, because the car was just going straight. And Kurbo gets a 5-second penalty. Maybe he didn't respect the delta, I guess. But anyway, looking back at the front, Felix heads over to Kart Racer before the virtual safety car. That's very good news for him. But Kart Racer will need to be a lot on his toes to get the restart perfectly and stay behind him and attacking him right again. He will be hoping that the yellow flags go away before the DRS, otherwise he's gonna lose quite some time. That's also good for a little bit of tire saving, so that Felix mediums won't drop off too soon. But there are still yellow flags running now, and I think they are ending. DRS enabled, yes indeed. So Kart Racer is using both DRS and ERS right now, and they go side by side through what is actually turn 7. And Felix goes outside the curb, but they are still wheel to wheel, and Philly is catching up to them real quick. They are very close to each other. Now at the sector 2, approaching turn 10, there is also Jeremy. P1 from P4 is crazy close to each other. Corbett is into the pit lane. I don't know why I missed that, but we're looking at the fight at the front, and with the DRS will Felix overtake Kart Racer again. The straight isn't exactly the longest, so yeah, he still can attempt a move. But there is another straight right here. There used to be the whole tunnel section with all the 90 degrees corners, but they removed it from for 2023, so it's just a straight with no DRS, but it is a straight indeed. And okay, Felix will have DRS right now. Is he gonna go into turn 1 to attempt a move? Still very close, but still not quite enough. He needs to wait. Just 2 more corners and he has another chance. We are into the 5th lap, and maybe the mediums will start to drop off, but maybe just a little bit more laps. Felix with the DRS, and he indeed takes the lead again. But what is Finlay gonna do? Now Felix wants to overtake Kart Racer as well. Yeah, onto sector 2 now. Okay, so I'm expecting the fight from P1 to P6. Phantom is a little bit behind, but P1 to P6 is very close. So maybe the fight will be mainly between these guys. But we have yet another DRS. Kart Racer is 7 tenths behind. I don't think he can attempt to move. And he needs to wait. Corbold is just 42 seconds behind Kevin. That's yeah, not lovely to see. So he will be hoping for safety car. as soon as possible. Otherwise, yeah. Paco and Pinky overtaking each other right before the last corners. Felix in the meanwhile sets the fastest lap with a 32.8. That gets taken away by Paco with a 32.7. So let's look the front group again, because Cat Racer is battling like, and Felix is using a lot of VRS, where Cat Racer he's chill, he's very calm, just 89%. So Felix is struggling a little bit with the race pace. So Cat Racer once again showing how much he wants to be the best he can be. And onto the hairpin of turn 13, followed by the DRS, but still not enough. So position aren't changing a lot right now. Let's look at the position change compared to the start. Not many gain position. Okay, never mind. Paco gained 7 positions, so he's the biggest winner. The biggest loser, I don't want to be offensive or something, but it is Aiden losing 4 position. But then let's also remember Tyler being spun. And he's not that slow. He's indeed a good driver, like most of the guys in here. So we don't want to see him there. Kurabotes left the session, so he either disconnected or just gave up. But it's too soon to say. Cat Racer with the DRS again before turn 7. He gets close, but it's not enough. There is the insanity of sector 2 to try and get close with the DRS. Oh, entirely disconnected as well. So we are seeing the crossplay effects causing quite some disconnections. So hoping they... Oh, even Paco, what is happening? So many people are just quitting. So they're gonna lose position very quickly, and that's... Yeah, another Aiden already overtaking Paco. I can't invite them back in because I don't have them in my friends list. I'm not the admin, but I'm hoping they join as quickly as possible through the old invite. So Cat Racer right now is 2/10.5 behind Felix, so he's getting closer now. The gap is getting smaller. So maybe we'll see the position changing once again. Even something left the session, like, come on, Nemesis! What is happening? So many people! And that's gonna be extremely bad news for everyone who left, and for Mercedes as a team, because Mercedes is fighting Aston Martin. Felix is pulling up the fight, but they need their teammates to score many points. Jeremy is in P4, so he's good right now. Nemesis is in P6, but he will get overtaken quickly, so that's not ideal at all for Mercedes. Cat Racer is getting even closer right now, but still not enough. But he is closer than he was in the lap before. And look at just how much little space there is between the front wing of Cat Racer and the rear wing of Felix. But right now it's not a battle, it's a chase. Felix is trying to pull away as quickly as possible with ERS on 51%, and Cat Racer is not using anything at all, and they almost touched the hairpin, but luckily they didn't, and that could have gone very wrong very quickly. And Nando retired, there is a crash, and we have a full course safety car. The Haas driver crashed out of turn 12. I think there is turn 12. We have already the first DNF of the session, and we have a full course safety car. So this can be crucial for strategies. Felix and Cat Racer are right next to the pit lane. What will they do? Are they gonna box? Are they gonna change tires? Or are they gonna stay out? Okay, so Felix and Cat Racer are coming in. Finlay as well, Jeremy as well, so double stack for Aston Martin. Jeremy is gonna lose time. Something has disconnected, Nemesis as well. There is Phantom. Oh no, a Phantom is pitting behind the AI! And that's awful. That's awful to see. But it looks like half the grid is pitting. Immortal, Pinky, Pulse, Paco staying out, very disconnected. Jonathan as well, Kevin. Okay, pretty much everyone's pitting, and also a lot of double stacks, so this can be game changing for the position. So Nemesis is leading, but he's on AI, so effectively Aiden is leading by staying out on the old hearts, and Paco's AI is staying out as well. But between the one that haven't disconnected, we have Aiden but with old hearts, and Catracer with fresh mediums, so he will get overtaken very quickly. Felix on the old hearts actually, so maybe he can go to the end, but we'll see. We'll see even if there's another safety car. We'll just have to wait. We cannot predict anything for now. So pretty much everyone pitted for either new mediums or new hards, and it is difficult to judge if the medium runners can go to the end, unless they're like predicting the future for another safety car and going for other mediums or maybe even softs, depending on the lap. So maybe safety car could come into the next lap, but Kurabold is very far behind. He's on the AI as well, so maybe we may see the safety car coming into the pit lane on lap 11, given how big the gap is. Even if they're going slowly, maybe even lap 10, but we hope lap 10. We want to have as many racing laps as possible. We just, I mean, even for me, because there's not much to commentate during the safety car period. Oh, Nemesis AI is pitting right now. Okay, so the AI is officially dumb. The AI is just dumb. That's gonna be so frustrating for Nemesis when he joins back. If he joins back, because he's been out for quite a while now. So Aiden is leading, and Paco, we won't count Paco because he's on AI. But Catracer will effectively be... Okay, Nemesis is back, but he's all the way down into P15. And, yeah, that's just the beauty of the Codemasters servers. Codemasters and EA doing a wonderful job as always. With even crossplay being enabled, is just... It keeps making the situation even worse. But anyway, Catracer effectively is leading the race right now, unless Aiden can pull just some 2021 Perez defense. But yeah, there is very little chance. Slower tires, and I'm sorry if I say this, but slower driver as well. And so yeah. And Catracer with the mediums can pull off from Felix very quickly. It is great news for Felix because he can recover ERS and burn fuel. So Catracer will be faster at the restart, but Felix might try and go to the end, knowing that he will be faster towards the later laps of the stint. So with Kurabold still staying 9 seconds behind, I'm not sure we will see the safety car coming into this lap. Is now 6 seconds and the air is just taking forever. Yeah, the safety car is very close to the pit lane, he's not coming in. So lap 11 will be the lap of the restart. And I'm just... oh, and Paco's AI is pitting right now, so... The AI just pitting so late. you have a safety car and the AI just chooses, no, I will choose for the grid to stack up so I lose as many positions as possible when I actually decide to pit. Nemesis has joined. Nemesis is pitting voluntarily now. What is he gonna do? Mediums again? Old mediums? What? Maybe he made a mistake. Maybe he was on new mediums. Let me see the race director. Pit stops, Nemesis. Yeah, from medium to medium. So the AI put him on fresh mediums, but he went into the pit lane himself and just put old mediums, and just race to forget for Nemesis right now. Mercedes will suffer a lot if the results stay like this, unless Nemesis goes into prime Michael Schumacher or Max Verstappen mode. Mercedes will suffer a lot, but it's 20 laps, and it is Singapore. Has the ability to bring you a lot more forward. So it's not exactly over yet. On the long run, it's not over. And he can give up because he knows he has the pace. But yeah, it was unfortunate. Okay, Paco is joined back, and Paco is all the way down into P15 like Nemesis was. But safety car has been called in this lap. Aiden on extremely old hards compared to the fresh mediums will be so much slower, and I think I saw Catch Racer braking a little bit. I think Felix, I thought Felix stopped him, but that wasn't the case luckily. Anyway, Aiden on his debut race, he will be leading the restart. Not yet. Turn 17. Not yet. Weaving to warm up the tires. And he's gone now. Onto the last two corners, he's gone now, and he's pace on the restart. Oh no! Aiden with an auto restart, just spinning, applying too much throttle, and Cat Racer says thank you very much, leading the race just so easily. Aiden is all the way down to P17, no, P15, sorry. And Nemesis is pitting again. What is happening? Nemesis just realized that he's on all the mediums race to forget for now, but Aiden, that's a sour taste to the mouth, having a restart like that. In the meanwhile, Finlay is getting very close to Felix. So the top three is all stacked up right now after restart. Felix will be slower for now with the hard compound, but he's gonna be faster on the long run. He needs to be patient, but Finlay will put many pressure. Pinky and Something overtaking each other. Okay, never mind, Something is on AI. So back to Finlay, approaching turn 11 and 12. DRS is not enabled yet. But Felix already a second and 3/10 from Cat Racer. Cat Racer is showing a significant difference in pace compared to Felix. And Force crashed out in what is it? Turn 13. We have another full course safety car. So I think he hit the inside wall of turn 13. Maybe just following the cars ahead of him, and that's his race over. We have 3 DNFs in lap 12. Catch Racer is staying out right now because they already changed tires. They're quite fresh. There's no point in changing them right now. But what is it gonna be at the back of the grid? But it looks like everyone is staying out. Okay, Pinky is going in. He has wing damage. I think he's missing the end plate. He's the only one coming in. Okay, no, Aiden is coming in as well. I think Pink is doing the pit stop for wing damage. No, Aiden is not changing the wing, but Pinky is. But Aiden stays behind Pinky, even with the wing change. So they're all the way back to the grid. Nemesis has recovered 3 positions. I think safety car has to come in this lap. No wait, maybe no, maybe in the next one. And yeah, just half lap of racing and we have another crash and another safety car. And yeah, like I said, this is just Singapore in league racing. Nemesis has recovered 2 positions effectively, but the points are not far. Even if he finishes like 10th or 9th, it is still points, and that's what matters. Even if Aston Martin will be recovering quite a lot, and Kartracer as it stands will extend even more the gap from the Mercedes guys. Okay, so something has finally joined the session back. A safety car will come in the next lap. Something is down into P10 though, which compared to the qualifying is yeah, 3 positions down. That's yeah. But Immortal and Jonathan and even Paco gained lots of positions compared to the starting grid. Let's see the stops. Okay, so everyone is on stops apart from Nemesis with the AI doing what it did, and Pinky pitting on the safety car and then pitting again because he had to change his wings. There you go with the tires again. So the group is all stacked up now, and 50% of the race will be done after this lap. 15 out of 31, that's the half of the race. Now at this point, I don't know if the mediums have dropped off. Maybe not because they're going slowly with the safety car, so maybe there's a little bit more life left in them with less tire wear. But even so, Felix with the hards will be recovering in a bit. The tires will be faster, I think, after 1 lap or so. So okay, Kurbot is drawing back. He didn't give up. That's great to see. But he's in P12 with 10 laps all hards. And yeah, unless there's another safety car, he won't do as much as good. I mean, I hope he can, because the disconnection is just so unfortunate. Even Tyler disconnected. Anyway, Kartracer now will be the one leading the start. The championship leader, the champion from last season, followed by his contender from last season. Will he be a contender even in this season? Not for now, but there are still 8 races left, including this one. And Kartracer is going right now. Okay, so he's going very early, and Felix has been caught a little bit off guard, but not too much. That is still 5 tenths is still ideal to chase him. But Finlay has got a better restart of Felix. A bit of a scream freeze there. I don't know if it was only just me. Tyler getting overtaken because of AI again. And okay, so DRS still has to wait. We will have to wait to lap 17 to have DRS. So they're using ERS instead. Finlay is using overtake. Felix has used a little bit, and even Kartracer. Okay, so Paco and Kevin doing moves on each other. Kevin dropping quite a bit. Jonathan and Paco going side by side through turn 8, I believe. And Paco has pulled the move. He stays ahead of Jonathan. But at the front, Finlay is 3 tenths behind Felix, and with a little bit of a slide, but there is still a lot of room a lot of time also to attempt a move. Yeah, so something and Kevin as well. Something overtaking Kevin. Kevin is not using ERS. Maybe he's going a little bit slow on the straight. Maybe he has higher wings compared to the other guys, or maybe he just wasn't using the energy and that's why. But anyway, Kart Racer has already pulled 1 second and 3/10. So Felix definitely needs to recover. Kart Racer now sets the fastest lap with a 3:1.1, using the medium tires and the ERS, and also less fuel. So for now he has 26 points. But his teammate Jeremy is not showing exactly. Oh, Fina gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. He got 3 warnings, and that's the first penalty of the race. I mean that there isn't a lot of places where you can get track limits warnings, but that's unfortunate. Paco and Phantom battling with Paco overtaking Phantom, but the McLaren is still not giving up through turn 8, attempting a switchback, but he has lost time. He needs to wait until the straight, but DRS is still not available. Finlay, even with the penalty, is still pushing crazy hard to try and overtake Felix. Slightly misses the apex at the hairpin, not ideal, but he's using energy. And something crashed. There's another crash with another safety car. And at the same corner, again, turn 13, we have another crash at the same corner and another safety car. Come on! We just had 2 crashes in the same corner and 3 safety cars in the span of 5 laps. Like, come on! I cannot commentate these dead periods every time. I want to see the racing. Kart Racer is pitting though, so maybe he's going to do soft or hard, I don't know, but Felix is staying out. Finlay is pitting, Jeremy is pitting, so double stuff for Aston Martin. Immortal is pitting, Paco is staying out. Phantom is pitting, taking a lot of curb there. Jonathan is pitting as well. Kevin is pitting. Nemesis is pitting. Aiden is staying out, as well as Pinky and Corbold as well. And I don't know if I missed someone. Okay, so quite some people are gonna pit right now. Felix is leading the race, but on whole hearts. Kart Racer is using fresh mediums, and they will be definitely faster. So much faster and so much fresher. They're newer, they're younger. Maybe even to the point that that Felix tires will never be faster at this point, because even if the mediums drop off, the hards equal again. But Pinky busting out, he's in P2 and he has fresher tires than Felix. He hasn't got exactly the same pace, but by staying out he is indeed in P2 for now, but we'll see if he defends well the position. So Felix, Pinky, Paco and Aiden are the ones who stayed out. All of the other guys with fresh mediums, apart from Phantom and Nemesis with fresh softs, and I'm not sure if they can last, 15 laps. I'm not sure if they can do it, but maybe they're predicting even another safety car, considering how many we had them, even at the same corner, because that's exactly what I meant talking during qualifying. This section from where the sling was, so from turn 10 to turn 13 is the hardest section of the track, both in qualifying and the race, because the cars are just so close to each other and overtakes can be very dangerous. But even if someone, I don't know, loses the car or brakes too early and someone behind can react, it can just cause a big chain reaction, and in a span of thousandths of a second you're out and you don't even know it. And Paco overtaking Pinky, what is happening? Immortal is speeding, but he gets a 5-second penalty for speeding, and that's unfortunate. So I don't know why Immortal is speeding right now. He could have done that earlier. He's going inters? What? What is Immortal doing? Why is he putting inters? I don't understand why. AlphaTauri strategy is being very questionable right now. I think AlphaTauri just remembered their old name, which was Minardi. I have no idea why he did that. But okay, I guess you do your thing, Immortal. You do you. Okay, so I think he will catch up enough to have the safety car in this lap. I'm still trying to understand the dark meanings between this tire choice, because I'm so confused. So Felix will be leading, but all eyes will be on Kartracer because he's the one ahead of those who pitted. So he still has to do some concrete overtaking. He still has to get them on track, but they will just be so much slower. There we go, safety car in this lap indeed. We'll stay on board with Pinky because I want to see if he can hold up to this position, staying behind Felix. The tires are fresher, and we'll see how is he gonna be able to react to the restart. Because I don't know if Pinky is planning to stay out. He might do it. So it's interesting to see this. And even as a reserve, he's not a main driver, he's a reserving, but the spirit of getting a high position is still there. Felix is not going yet, so he's gonna go at 17, and he goes indeed. And let's watch Pinky as he got a good restart. But I think he will later. So all of the other guys behind, the Phantom going a little bit wider. There's a car speed. Kartracer retired! Kartracer has crashed! Oh no! And there is horrible news for him! Kartracer crashed out of turn 3! And we are another Man, I can't do this. Another safety car. I mean, it is a different corner, and it is a different drive. It is Kartracer. But mate, another safety car. But I mean, Kartracer, the champion news for Felix and Nemesis. Mercedes is gonna gain so many points right now if Felix keeps this position. Felix showed to be the second fastest in this race. So with the fastest, Kartracer being out of the race, it's a perfect chance for Felix to gain as many points as possible. So the championship fight has got mixed up a little bit more. That's lovely to see. Yeah, that's heartbreaking for Kartracer. That's definitely not what he wanted to see in this race. Assuming that the Kartracer was taken out instead of instead of spinning on his own. Pink is pitting actually, so he wants the fresh tires. I think he's gonna do softs. He is sacrificing a lot of track position to be faster overall. Phantom is pitting, Crumble is pitting, and Immortal is pitting. Please remove those inters because. Okay, so maybe. Okay, so this is my theory. Why is Phantom on inters? What? Why is everyone putting the inters? I mean, unless the weather forecast is showing rain later, I have no idea. But even Finlay, why are there so many people putting inters? What the heck? I don't understand. Unless rain is forecasted later, I don't understand why are you putting inters. It is dry. It is slick tires. Maybe it's for saving the softs for later. Maybe they're trying to predict the future to save tires, but it's a terrible choice. Like, come on. Okay, so I guess well, Corbett will overtake the interest guy later, but we'll see the field battling from P1 to P10, and then we'll have a little fight from P11 to P13 between the interest guys. But like, I don't know, maybe the race engineers think the regulations still has grooved tires. That's the only explanation I can come up with. Safety car will come in the next lap. So 10 laps of racing. So Pinky is going very aggressive because the softs will definitely last 10 laps. So he's gonna try to overtake as many people as possible. Oh wait, I saw rain! I saw the visual too that, yes indeed, rain is coming, so that's why they put the inters. Okay, so everything is changing right now massively. I think Felix is pitting, yes. Okay, so everyone right now is going for the intermediates. Interesting, we will have a wet end of the race. So everyone right now is pitting for the inters, and the guys who put the inters before, that's why they did it. And Kohlberg gets 5-second penalty for speeding. Okay, so that's why they did it. And they are getting many positions right now, so that's why it was weird to me. Because they put inters when the track was dry and I didn't have the forecast. I didn't know what the weather was gonna be later. But interesting, the race will finish with the rain and Phantom will be leading the race. So it was a terrible strategy for the guys ahead. They have slicks now, but I mean, unless the rain is very light, but I doubt that because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 drivers are on inters. I doubt that the rain is gonna be. It is light now, but maybe it will just get worse later. But interesting, we'll have rain for the 10 last laps. Maybe even 9, because if these guys pit right now to put the wet tires, the the wet conditions tires, they will drop back and then they're gonna have to do another lap of safety car. So effectively, we'll have 9 laps. That's interesting. But come on, I just want this safety car to be over with. I spent half of the race looking at the overtakes and crashes and stuff, and the other half with just safety cars and nothing to commentate it. Like, come on. So indeed, the guys with the slick tires are pitting right now. So it's another lap of safety car. There is the rain drops on the screen, so the rain is getting worse. So, resuming on lap 23, we will have 9 laps of racing actually, because starting on 23 we will have 9 laps. With the rain. And Tyler? What is... Oh, Tyler is on AI. Ah, the AI. Like, it is so obviously raining. And the AI just makes him stay out with the slicks. And he is gonna pit later to put the inters. So we'll have another lap of safety. I can't do this anymore. So we will resume on lap 24 actually. It's 7 laps, no, 8 laps, because counting 24 it's 8 laps. But please, I just want this to be over with. I mean, it was exciting before with all of the crashes and overtakes and fights and car tracer DNFing, but come on, I want to see the rain. I want to see the racing in the wet, in these tricky conditions. I want to see how the drivers handle it. I want to see drama, because effectively I just watched the pretty much 11 laps of racing and 11 of safety car. Please just make this be over with. I cannot wait anymore. Wait, safety car in this lap actually. Okay, so never mind, we will have 9 laps of racing, but the AI will be leading the restart, but it's on slick tires, and the AI level is also very low, so Phantom is very much in the mud right now. he's gonna have to adapt to AI, and it is so frustrating being stuck behind the AI, especially when it is so slow and on slick tires with rain conditions. But then the AI is staying out. Like what is it doing? Okay, but anyway. Okay, so the race has started right now, and the rain is very light actually. I can't see exactly the drops, but Immortal is effectively leading, passing through the Ghost of Tyler, and then there is Phantom and Philly, the guy who pitted with the Inters a lot earlier than everyone. I'm not seeing many overtakes right now though. There you go, getting past the AI of the Alfa Romeo. And now into turn 7. But thing is, the conditions don't look exactly very tricky. It is very light rain. But I guess they put Inters just so they could be faster. Maybe the rain will get worse, but we'll see. Finlay, one of the fastest guys today, but he's in P4, but he has penalties as well as Kurbel. So with the grid all stacked up, they will drop down, sadly. Okay, so turn 13 finally is clean without a crash, and I'm hoping not to see it again. And this might be as well very much commentator course, but anyway. So Immortal is leading the race right now, and that's not something you see very much. But Felix has overtaken Phantom, locking up a little bit, but he's into P2, so he's chasing Immortal. He wants the win because he needs to maximize as much as possible. And there's a crash, there's a wheel spinning, there's a big pile up at turn 17. There was a Mercedes involved in its nemesis, there was a Williams involved, it was Kurbel, and the Red Bull of Paco is pitting. So the Red Bull just spun. I don't know if it was tapped on the rear. In the meanwhile, Felix overtaking Immortal on the outside at turn 5. So Felix is really not now. He's using ERS because he cannot afford being overtaken by Immortal. He needs to maximize as well. Nemesis race. Nemesis is on hard. What is happening? Kurbel gets a 3 seconds penalty. There is so much stuff happening all at once. I cannot commentate all of this. Felix needs to maximize as much as possible for Mercedes, and so does Jeremy. Because their teammates are all in the mud, they are not scoring points. So Felix is gaining crazy points in the driver standings, and in the constructors as well. The grid is all stacked up until Aiden is doing a good race for his debut, and maybe he's gonna attempt an overtake on Phantom, but not yet. But he's using overtake while Phantom is on 54%. So Aiden, I mean, if we forget the restart he did a good race on his debut, then that's great to see. But Felix has already pulled 1 second and 7 tenths, and Jeremy is right close. Okay, so I thought Immortal disconnected, but anyway. Jeremy and Immortal staying side by side through turn 17. This cannot go well, but it goes, and Jeremy overtakes Immortal at turn 17 and 18, and the grid is all stacked up from P2 and P5. Felix is blowing this battle because he has 3 seconds behind him, but from P2 to P5 they are battling for the last places of the podium. In the middle, Kurbel and okay, no, Fina is pitting, never mind. Let's watch Aiden again, but DRS is still enabled, so the rain is not massive. It's not exactly wet because DRS is still enabled. But we are already seeing some gaps. Jeremy almost, I mean, he went off the track and almost spun, but kept it outside the wall. It would have been a real nightmare if Aston Martin did a double DNF. But Felix right now, he can be very comfortable. The worst part is gone. Okay, and I'm seeing the raindrops on the track right now, so the rain is getting worse than before, and the gaps are getting bigger now. we're talking about a second between every car. And Paco gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Let's see the penalties. Corobot is 8 seconds, Paco 3, Finlay 3. Aiden and Phantom doing moves on each other. They're going side by side on the straight before turn 17. Aiden on the inside, he closes the racing line to Phantom, who is staying behind right now, but DRS is still enabled, so he's gonna have a chance after turn 5. He just needs to wait and keep the car on track, but Phantom, it looks like he's understeering a little bit. Oh, and almost spins at the corner, but has he got wind damage? I think he has. Okay, no, never mind, it was just optical illusion. Felix pulling 3 seconds and a half. He can be very comfortable right now. He just needs to bring it home for the first race win of the season. Immortal with a 3-second time penalty, so he's losing the podium with this penalty. Unless the gaps keep getting bigger in the rain like this, Immortal will lose the podium. Aiden can get a podium on his debut. Nemesis left the session, but yeah, he didn't have a chance to score points. It was very unlucky for him today, and that's not great to see for Mercedes. But there are still a lot of races to fight Aston Martin. Even though Felix will not gain as many points for the team, because it's first and second place, it's only a difference of 7 points. But who has the fastest lap? Oh, Cat Racer, but he DNF'd. Okay, so never mind. Felix will gain points, but not so much. But he gains points on his teammate, crucially, in the driver standings. Both on his teammate and on his rival. So I mean, I won't do the math right now, but Felix and Cat Racer will be very close to each other regarding the points. Aiden is staying 1 second and 2 tenths behind Immortal, so right now the podium is his in the debut race. Lovely to see. Seeing all of these new drivers just having wonderful races on the first race, like even something he did DNF now, but he joined on the season finale of last season, Abu Dhabi season 11. That was his debut race and he won it. Me and Sully were commentating with the championship situation, of course, between Felix and Cat Racer, but something actually won that race. So it's great to see new drivers on the debut getting great results. I didn't notice if the DRS is still enabled, because the rain seems a little bit worse than before, but I still don't know. So for Felix, it's just 4 laps and a half left, and he can bring it home. The first race win of the season, which is crucial for the standings. With Cat Racer DNFing, he needs to maximize as much as possible, and he's doing that indeed. He cannot get the fastest lap because obviously we're on wet conditions, but yeah. So Aiden 8 tenths. I want to stay on board with him because I want to see if DRS is enabled. So just turn 16 and 17 right now. The detection is here at the exit of this corner, and he has it. So okay, so the in-game FIA is not declaring the race wet, although it is definitely wet. The Inter still show a lot of more grip than the slicks. Okay, there we go. DRS disabled, so the rain is indeed getting bigger. Phantom with a 3-second time penalty, but he won't lose the position to Jonathan unless he does something else. Oh yeah, there's not much to comment right now because Felix just needs to end these laps and to bring it home. And yeah, I'm not seeing fights. So maybe at the back Nemesis. Okay, no, Paco has disconnected. Pinky is sliding a lot out of turn 3. Let me see the penalties. Okay, so if Pinky improves by 1 second and 3/10, he will be into the 3-second gap to gain the position on Finlay and gain just even 1 point. And being a Division 2 driver and reserving for Division 1 and getting a good result is always a satisfaction, is always lovely to see. Nemesis has finally pitted for Inters, but his race was already over, and I hate to say this, but sorry. In the meanwhile, Aiden has overtook on track Immortal. Finlay has overtook the... Oh wait, Aiden gets a 3-second time penalty, and there's an AlphaTauri spinning. Who is it? It's Immortal. Oh no, he's pitting actually. But oh, anyway. So Aiden got a 3-second time penalty. So I thought that he would have had to battle on track with Immortal to get the podium. But no, Phantom is so far behind him, and he won't overtake him on penalties because they're equal. So Aiden is indeed getting a podium. That's impressive to see. His first race. And that's also gonna be lovely for the team Alfa Romeo, because they are very far behind the grid right now. But they're dead last with 0 points, so yeah, it's gonna be great for Alfa Romeo. So Felix is on lap 29. And there is his teammate ahead of him, so maybe he could even lap him. No, he won't lap him, but it's just the coincidence of seeing Nemesis having such of a stinker, but we can't blame him. He was unfortunate and he didn't have a lot of control to it. That's what the game does, unluckily. Yeah, but by looking at the spots of water on the car, rain is definitely bigger than before. So all of the cars are very apart from each other, because that's the rain. The race pace in the rain can change quite a lot between drivers, because you have the one who are just Ayrton Senna in the rain, and then there are the ones who struggle for traction and just want to keep it clean and not risking too much. Jonathan gets a 3-second time penalty, but he won't lose the position to Kevin with quite a slide, I think I've seen there. We'll just keep the cameras on Felix, because 1.5 laps and the race win is his. I mean, unless something else happens, we can have a safety car because it's lap 30 out of 31. But if Felix is not careful enough, he might lose that. Pinky gets a 3-second time penalty, but that won't change the result. I mean, the result we are seeing here, they could very probably change with considering how many crashes we've seen. The stewards are not gonna have an easy day, unless it was a self-inflicted crash, like spinning on their own under traction. But still, and we are into the last lap. Felix just needs to drive 5 more kilometers to gain the first win of the season and to gain crucial points on Catch Racer, on Nemesis, and to gain crucial points for Mercedes, gaining on Aston Martin. Wait a second, is Felix disconnected? Oh no, that's his teammate. Okay, so Felix is indeed about to lap his teammate. He is on AI, but it's just yeah, it's just seeing the lapping between teammates. That's not something you usually see. Okay, so rain is getting even bigger right now. I mean, if the rain was like this if the race was longer in terms of laps, I think we could have seen the rain getting worse to full wet conditions, which is the last thing the drivers want. Immortal and Corbold are fighting. What penalties do they have? Okay, 3 and 8 seconds. So yeah, never mind. We'll give the screen time back to Felix. 4 more corners and the race win is in his hands. It's crucial for him, it's crucial for the team, and the tables have been turned massively tonight. Felix, being the second fastest tonight, he crosses the line, the last corner, and Felix wins the Singapore Grand Prix with Jeremy following in P2. And Aiden, on his debut, he joined today, he raced today, he qualified today, all of them he did it good, and he gets a podium, and that's lovely to see. Aiden on his first race in P3. Phantom closes in P4 and Jonathan will be the next one, closing in P5. Kevin in P6. Corbold gets another 3 second time penalty for corner cutting, but yeah, he's just trying to do a Ocon cosplay with how many penalties he has. Kevin in P6 and Immortal in P7. Corbold in P8, but we'll see Finlay. Okay, Finlay gets promoted to P8 and Corbold in P9. Pinky, the reserve from Division 2, actually scores a point reserving and almost crashes in the process. So if 3 points for Williams today. But anyway, the race win is for Felix, with Jeremy following P2. Paco gets driver of the day. I don't think he's in the points. I mean, I haven't followed him this much this race because he disconnected as well. I will give driver of the day to Aiden on the debut. But there we go, Felix is above everyone. On the 4th round, the streak of 2 wins for Kart Racer is over, with Kart Racer's teammate in P2. But Felix is the one who gets the gold medal and spraying the champagne on his in-game engineer. But there we go, this has been the race, which was half exciting with Kart Racer crashing and seeing some overtakes and some battles, but the other half was just safety cars, and I couldn't be asked to watch the race at some point. But anyway, these are the final results. Felix ends Kart Racer win streak, and Jeremy follows in P2 with Aiden closing the podium. Phantom P4, Jonathan P5 and Kevin P6, Immortal P7, Finlay P8, Corbold P9 and Pinky finishes the top 10 with 1 point. Paco, the game gave him driver of the day when he ended P11, okay. Tyler in P12, Nemesis with a very unlucky race P13, and then the DNFs with Kart Racer, Something Falls, Nander and DS Love. This has been the 4th round of Season 12 in Division 1. And yeah, like I predicted, the league racing standards with so many safety cars, we've seen it today as well. But anyway, this has been Division 1. Division 2 will race in Singapore on Wednesday at 7:30 UK as usual. But Division 1 will continue on Saturday for round 5 at 6:30 UK as usual, and it's gonna be Brazil. So, thank you for watching today's race, and we'll see you next week.